Today I'm going to teach you one of my solid strategies on how to have a high win rate and make a really good return. So let's get started. But before we do that, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. Take time just to be thankful and to enjoy the things in your life. I got a little gift from a head coach. She gave this out to her whole list, and so I just thought I would share that as well to you because she shared it with me. And just take this time to be thankful for trading, thankful for everything that you have in your life. Gratitude's really important. So my strategy, I call it 52 trades because I'm focused on taking one trade a week. Sometimes I'll take 2 trades a week. Actually, more often than not that I take 2, so we'll call it 104 trades, but you get the idea. It's because I'm using weekly charts, okay? Now, I want to run through this strategy because it's really powerful, okay? Let's just take a look at Costco. And you guys have been watching my channel. Look, I'm on a mission here to help traders. We're going to go in 2024, we're going to get 10 traders to millionaire status. So if you want to be one of them, stick around. But this is just a setup on Costco, and it's just really good, right? This is just really good because these are weekly charts. What's a benefit of using a weekly chart? There's not as much noise, and it helps you to stay in. Okay, so look right here. We got a break. There's a box here. A box and a break at the same time, but you got that wedge. And then right here would be where I would enter. Okay, so my entry was around $500. And actually, I just, a heads up, I didn't take this trade. I would have, but I wasn't looking at it. I didn't find it. So if you ever see good trade ideas, let me know in the comments. Let's help each other out on this channel. And so, you're going to notice here that we got the breakout, right? And the price just kept going up and up and up and up, and all the way up here at 681. Now, I don't know exactly where I'm going to get out, but one thing I like to do is to target at least 100%. I like to target a double, and you'll see in a minute that I haven't gotten any doubles in recently. I've gotten some amazing doubles. As a matter of fact, I've gotten 3,000%, which was an amazing trade. I risked like $150 and ended up closing it for like 7,000. It was insane. 3,100% ROI. And those are the ones that will really help your account grow. But for the most part, I'm looking for 100% ROI. So when I get in here at 500, since I'm trading options, and I'm going to show you how I do that as well. But since I'm trading options, I'm going to by the time I'm up here, I might already be at my 100%, because you get in at 500, it's trading at 533. You might already be there. If not, I might have got shaken out here because I might put a trailing stop on it. So sometimes you do get shaken out. But if you don't, you can always get back in because look, we had in that box again, right? And so sometimes it's not worth holding it in a box because you're tying up your capital, right? Because if you have money, and I'm going to go into money management too, but if you have money tied up and you want to make another trade, you can't, right? So, I'm trying to do 52 trades. And if I'm up here and I'm close to 100% and I see another setup happening, I'm going to close this because this is a weekly chart. So this is like months. This is from, we go down here, July to November. Okay, so this is like 5 months in here. And I don't want to hold an option for 5 months. So unless it's rocking, I'm going to get out. But I want to get my 100. Sometimes it's worth holding. Like, okay, I'll buy 10 contracts and then I'll hold one contract and I'll get 100% for 9 of them. And then one of them I'll get like an astronomical gain, right? Because that's good, but you just can't tie up when you're trading, you just can't tie up your capital. Okay, you just can't do that. So right now, I'm not interested in this. Why? Because would I buy this here? No. We're on the run. It's now looking for a pullback. So I need it to come down sideways and then make another move, or, maybe even come back here. Okay, but that's not the point. The point is the strategy. So step one is we're going to use a weekly chart. Step number two is we're looking for a breakout, right? We look for a wind up. I call it the wind up. Wind up. Okay. That's it. This is a really simple 3-step strategy. We got the wind up, and it doesn't have to be a box. It could be a wedge like we have here, right? But I'm just looking for a wind up, a box. I'm looking for a consolidation pattern. Okay. Then step number two is I look for a volume spike, right? Right here, we got a nice volume spike. Okay, look for a volume spike. And then the last thing I'm looking at is the break. So it's a 1, 2, 3, very simple strategy. But now here's where the fun gets in. Okay. And don't worry if you didn't quite get that. I'm going to give tons of examples as time goes on, because we're going to be doing this all year, right? This is going to be our bread and butter. This is going to be one of the many things that's going to take us into the $1 million status. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at options right now. And I am actually going to go back and show you a couple of my past trades. Let's look at DG. Okay, so DG is one of the trades that I took, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. But first, I wanted to go look at the options. Okay, so if I'm trading DG today, the current price, I want to go back out. The ideal area for me right now that I've been seeing kind of a sweet spot is 4 to 6 months out. And the pricing is really important too. So it has to be affordable, and options have a lot of different pricing. But right now, from January, 4 months out is April. So let's just start looking at April and see. So current price is 132. We like to get it in the money or just under the money. And so this one here would be $10, which isn't bad. So $10 is $1,000. Okay. If you can't afford that, it's okay to drop down a little bit. Just know that it's a little bit more riskier because it's out of the money, and it's still a great option though. It's still a good option. You can risk $370 instead of risking $1,000. You're just not going to get your bang for your buck quite as quick. And I'll make $1,000 much faster than I would make $1,000 here, which makes sense because I'm risking more. So just trade this according to your budget. But remember, risk management's critical. You got to do risk management. So that's pretty much what I do, right? And then I'm looking, what I really want to hit is if I buy the $10, I want to get a $20 option. So how do I know how much price needs to go? Well, let's look at this. This is 15, 135. And 120 is 20. Okay, so I can know roughly from this point, and you see I have a box here because I'm not in this trade, but I'm watching it. I can see roughly right now that if I get another $15, which would be roughly 147, and that's so right in here is where I'd be probably wanting to go. And that's not too hard of a trade. I could do that. I could double with that. Okay. So you kind of want to give yourself an idea, target of what you need to double. I'm actually headed to 152. That's where I believe we're going. So if we get there, that would be a great trade. So that's how we do the options. Okay. Very simple. Let's talk a little bit about risk on it. So if I'm trading and I put $1,000 on it, well, the way that the risk works is if the trade goes down, you have to sell it and you get less money, right? That's basically what it is, and you lose money. So the way that I do it is I just buy the option. I don't actually put a hard stop on it. But since I'm trading weekly charts, it's pretty straightforward. If I break out of the box, okay, here's this particular trade. If I get into the box, I'm going to buy. If I break out of this box, I'm buying. If it comes back and closes inside the box, I'm selling. And so that keeps my losses lower. You know, like if I risk 1,000, I'll probably lose like $500 on that trade if it closes back in the box, right? But if I win, I'm going to win 1,000, and that is a great risk to reward ratio. Okay, so I wanted to show you now. I want to show you some of the results that I've had with this strategy. So let's pull up my 52 trades spreadsheet. Okay, so this is when I launched the service. And if you're interested, I'm going to be doing a webinar here in about a week. I don't have any links or anything like that. I haven't set anything up about how to get access to these trades. But anyways, so far since I launched it, and I can show you guys here, I have an official Telegram group for members where I post the trades. And it's funny, I said, did you guys make money this week? And hit the thumbs up if you made money, hit the thumbs down if you lost money. And I'm going to start doing that in the YouTube channel too, because I want to, and look, don't be ashamed if you lose money. It's okay. There's a learning curve here. I've been doing this for a long time. I don't expect everyone to make money all the time, but if you aren't making money, don't be afraid to ask, right? Because there's no shame. Why? Because I've done it for years. I have a history of mistake after mistake after mistake, but I'm still here. Okay, so anyways, these are the trades that we've done. You can see I did DG, BITO, Etsy, Roblox, and then Hood. And I talked about Hood in the video. Meta was so funny. I mean, you know, it's honestly hilarious. I actually made a lot of money on this trade, which is good, but it was laughable, pathetic how early I got out. And I'm not going to beat myself up, but I can just go to the chart. Sometimes you make mistakes. Let's go look at the chart here. And let's go to Meta. And I just want to show you guys right here what I did. Okay, so I got in right here on this pullback, back into this zone that I drew. So I got in like 326 and it went up to 357. I would have hit a 1 to 200% option, but I closed out early. And part of it is because I was on such a big winning streak and the market was really hot. I was thinking, oh man, the market's got to cool down. And I closed a lot of these early because I was concerned that the market was going to cool down. So, you know, it is what it is, but I still can't complain because I have a, you know, I've got a 15 trade win streak. 15 trades in a row are winners. That's really good for your account, right? Okay, so this is an idea of what it looks like. Now I want to show you here a money management strategy. Okay, just to kind of give us an idea. Okay, if we can get, let's just do for this example, we're going to do a 0.7 risk to reward ratio. And let me explain how this works. So if my average win, and I don't have that on this spreadsheet, I should add it. But if my average win is 193, my average loss is 414, my risk to reward ratio is 0.47. But in this case, my average loss is 0. And my average win, we'll just say my average loss is 10. And my average win is 193. It's a 19 to 1 risk to reward ratio, which, you know, if we're risking $193, what is, we make, I can't even, it's not even that high. If I'd have to put 19 over here, would be $190,000. So if I kept the perfect win rate, it's a great year. Okay, but let's just do, for realistic purposes, you need to be thinking about how to slowly increase your size, right? So once you win several trades for a while, you slowly increase your size, and then you build up your risk, and you start making more money. So I'm going to say, for right now, my plan starting out in 2025 or 2024 is to risk 2,500. Okay. And I'm going to my goal is just going to be a 1-to-1. That's going to be my goal. So we're going to see how I do. Okay. And what I need to do. Okay. So I talked about doing 104 trades. Okay. Now you can see if I do that and I I'm going to guess, I'm going to try to do about an 80% win rate. That's 155,000 by the end of the year. Now, that is really good revenue, and I'm very happy with that. So I'm not even going to really push it hard because why? Because I have other strategies in play, right? And this is only going to take me 15 minutes a week. Right at the end of the week, I do my analysis. On Friday, I try to take the trade. At the end of the day on Friday, do a 15-minute, 30-minute analysis. And boom, I got my trade. So not bad for 20 minutes a week. How would you like to have a job for 20 minutes a week and make 155K? Me. Now, but I am going to be working once I hit a certain level. Once I hit a growth spurt, I'm going to bump my risk. And so instead of risking 25, I'm going to risk 5,000. Okay. So now all of a sudden we're in a whole nother ballpark. 15 minutes of work. This is why trading is so cool. If you work as a trader and you work in a job and you just start crushing it and you do really good, they give you a raise, they give you $2 an hour, right? In trading, you give yourself a raise because your risk goes from 2,500 to 5K, and your risk goes from your raise is from 155 to 310K, right? So it's big raise power. And if I keep going and towards the end of the year, I'm risking 10,000. Well, guess what? Now I'm up to $620,000. Not bad, right? Not bad. And then there's other strategies we can employ to use that money. We can spread it out and we can start making cash flow all over the place. Okay, but that's my 52 trade strategy. Before I close out, I want to just go ahead and look at some of these trades. I did coin, and this one was embarrassingly ridiculous on December 1st. Let's go to coin, and I'm just laughing at myself because I made a lot of money, but I could have made a lot of money, if you know what I mean. So I took coin. Let's see, December 1st. Okay, we had this box, and it was a little bit, this was the first box. You see that? And then I drew another box here because it came down here and here. And so when it broke out of this box, I got in. And you see it came back and retested. So let's actually go to a daily. I didn't get it on the first week. I got it on 12/1 was the day I took the trade. Okay, so let's go to daily. I'm laughing because I could have made $20,000 on this trade. It's so embarrassing. Let me go back to the spreadsheet. What did I make? Hindsight is 2020. I made $395. I made $300. Okay, I'm happy with that. But wow, what could I have done? I could have done a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the Coinbase trade, and so let's go to a daily chart. And so I got in and I opened up and the thing gapped up really high. I think I got in on this pullback down here and then it gapped up. Okay. Like there's the big gap right here. Boom. Big gap. And it came down. And so I was like, oh, it gapped up. I was only in it. It was a 52 weeker. I got in on Friday. It opened up higher. I closed it on Monday with 300. I'm like, I'm up $300 in 15 minutes. I'm closing this thing. So I just got out. Had I held it, it would have been from a 130 to 175. It would have been a monster. And plus with the options, it would have really been great. But it would have tied up my capital, so I couldn't have taken more trades. So there's a trade-off there. Okay, well, anyways, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks so much for being a part of this channel. And I'm really excited about 2024. Just keep hanging in there and keep reaching out in the comments for help or feedback or whatever it is. I'm very grateful for every single person that's part of this channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of you be successful next year.